Hi, I am Ryan Steffes. Welcome to CTI-110. I will be your course lead and instructor for this course. Please do not hesitate to reach out to me if you have any questions. I am here to help. I am here to make sure that things are clear. I wrote most of the instructions, at least the ones that aren't in the book. So if they don't make sense to you, please do let me know and we will get it all sorted out for you. If this is your first Wake Tech course, you may not be familiar with Blackboard. The very first thing that you need to do when you come into our course is go through this Getting Started section, which will tell you a lot of what you need to do. It tells you to take this course entry quiz, which is in this menu, which gets hidden a lot of the time. If you don't see it, I can help you find it. You also need to take this academic integrity agreement after you watch this video, which just reminds you of what it is we expect from you while you're working at Wake Tech. We've got the course schedule in here and some tips for navigation and how this course works. Feel free to browse through all of those. And then you'll want to come down into our lessons. Before you take the course entry quiz and the academic agreement, you're not going to see that much here. If you don't see anything at all, that is because you have not taken the course entry quiz and the academic integrity agreement. Once you do, there's some reading for this first week. As you can see, it's all going to be due, hopefully everything should be set according to this schedule. I tell you what the due date is and how many days roughly between the two dates you have. So longer assignments are going to be a little bit more difficult than assignments that are shorter. I hope that makes sense why we do it that way. Since we're on kind of a condensed schedule this summer, it makes it easier to vary the time between assignments as opposed to just making you rush through other things that you need to get through. The book that we will be working out is actually several books. And because we're working in many different books, we are using Cengage Unlimited, which unfortunately is a little bit more expensive. If you are on FAFSA, if you've got student aid, you can go through the bookstore to buy this. It's a little bit more expensive at the bookstore, unfortunately. But otherwise, you can buy the Cengage Unlimited here. And if you're fortunate, you can get into, you might be in other courses that use Cengage Unlimited, and then you won't, that'll be the only fee for multiple courses. But I know in the summer, a lot of times you're only taking this course, and so I'm sorry, it's a little bit more expensive. But we're gonna be working out of multiple books. Let me go ahead and show you how it's going to look once you are coming here. Every lesson is going to have lesson objectives at the top. Many of them will have slides that come from what the seated classes would have gotten taught. We do not have meetings in this class. This is a completely asynchronous class, so we don't have to get together. Office hours are primarily on Tuesday or by appointment. You can reach out to me, email or on Microsoft Teams, and I am readily available, and I can just meet you when you need me to meet you, even in the evenings by appointment. So with every lesson, make sure you read through the objectives. It will tell you what it is we're trying to accomplish in this lesson, and then it'll give you a task list of the things that you need to do. I know a lot of people like to just sort things by due dates and try and get through their course that way. That will really not work well for this course. You will miss things that you need to do if you just sort by due dates, or you might try to do things out of order. This course works a lot out of books. You're going to have to read the books. I know some of you want to watch a video for everything. I will have supplementary videos for many of the topics and with a lot of the instructions in it, but you must read the books. That is a part of computer science that you need to get used to, is that much of our material will come out of books. It'll come out of reading articles, reading instruction manuals. That is a skill we are practicing in this course. Once you have reviewed the academic integrity agreement, you'll be able to see the chapters that you need to read here. You will have a review how you can find help in this course. And then we have a discussion assignment. The discussion assignments for most of our course are going to be primarily how we take attendance. So you need to participate in these discussions to prove that you are present in class. Which brings us to what the book looks like. You'll click it, and it will load up Cengage. You'll have a chapter menu on the left side. You'll have pages or instructions for moving to the next page along the bottom. You just need to skim through it. You'll notice though that there are things like terms to know and test your knowledge and all those kinds of things. You don't need to do any of those assignments that are built into the book unless they are specifically assigned. These are for your own benefit. It doesn't hurt to do them. You just don't have to do them. So coming back to our critical information, some of the most important thing to remember is that late work is not accepted by department policy. I have very little discretion about this. If you have a family or medical emergency, you can reach out to us, and there are some emergency exceptions to this, but it'll require you documenting what the occasion is, and then you can make up some late work. Otherwise, when it is late, it is going to be a 0. This is a very fast-moving course. It is a very passable course. A lot of the assignments are essentially pass-fail. They really only, you either get a high A for if you tried hard, or you get a low A if you didn't try very hard, and you get some other grade if you didn't try at all. So be aware of that. Stay on top of your work and make sure that you don't get behind. Ask questions sooner, not later. This course, let's see, we mentioned it a lot, so you can't say that you never knew. And I'm looking in here. Where is it? I know there's a maybe. I know there's this course is essentially, I'm looking for the blurb and I can't find it. We're expecting you to spend about 6 hours a week on this course. I know if you work full-time and are taking this on the side, that can feel like a very serious requirement. But that is what you should assume. That is the amount of time we expect our seated classes to take. If any assignment starts taking you hours and hours and hours, though, please reach out to me before you waste a bunch of time. None of it is meant to be tricky or complicated. It is all meant to be very achievable. So let me help you sooner rather than later. Make sure you reach out to me sooner rather than later. Even if you have emergencies, if you can tell me ahead instead of afterwards, it makes it a lot easier to accommodate things that you need. All that being said, make sure you read the syllabus, make sure you read through Getting Started, and please let me know if you have any difficulties figuring out what it is you're supposed to do or when you are supposed to do it.